EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Houston Oilers.
Starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
And a confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Jets' 5-yard line.
To the air, Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Wilson going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. But, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 27, Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Here comes Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action with Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And some room to maneuver. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment. When the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
This is Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Oilers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
By John Franklin Myers. Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Oh, what a move. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brings up third down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
It's fourth down.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. This one caught by Davis. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Braden Mann to kick off for the Jets.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half.
The prayer is answered. How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Slot man moves right. Allen going to go on 4th down. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now it's Hines, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball again on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. On the counter, it's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. now. Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run right on the option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Option play, here's Hall. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play call...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run again with Hines.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run with Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Here's Hines.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Down to the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the home team here, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.